BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags, and this week I am doing a Sympathy for the Devil. There are two main characters in this movie. Nicolas Cage, who plays the passenger, and Joel Kinnaman, who plays the driver. After being forced at gunpoint to drive a mysterious passenger, a man, the driver, finds himself in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse where it becomes clear that not everything is as it seems. I really like this movie. It's an hour and 30. This is the RLJE release. I think it's on Hulu, but I'm sure there's, good places to go and find it at. I would say this movie's like a mix of The Hitcher and Unhinged. But it's basically just the two of them in a car the entire time, roughly anyway, until about the last 30 minutes. Last 30 minutes, they're at this diner. I think some interesting things about this movie is Nicolas Cage. He looks like he's, the movie's called Sympathy for the Devil. It seems like he's like this devil character, but by the time the movie's over, you're like, oh, he's just, what's the tagline for this movie? Revenge takes the wheel. Nicolas Cage kidnaps this guy, effectively anyway, because Nicolas Cage thinks that Joel's this guy that hurt him a long time ago, and now he's, revenge. And I would say the thing that's kind of interesting about this movie in the very end, because like this whole time, Joel's character, the driver, is like, it's not true, I'm not who you think I am. Plot twist at the end of the movie is that he was. But I think it's very interesting, though, how he goes about it. That being, anyway, the passenger is very upset, for obvious reasons, at the driver because 15 years prior, in Boston, the driver had his wife and daughter killed. The passenger's wife and daughter killed. And so 15 some years later, the passenger finds him and is gonna basically torment him, haunt his night effectively. The driver's trying to make a new life, trying to restart. And as the driver puts it at the very end of the movie, this was closure. Because he didn't want to kill the daughter, but the daughter happened to be there, kind of thing. So it's like, I gotta, it's unfortunate. But, he didn't want to kill the daughter. Or maybe it was an accident that she happened to be in the house, because the house ended up burning down, kind of thing. But, him in his new life, he's trying to have a family, and the first child they were supposed to have dies, I think a miscarriage. And then the second one, which is this night, the driver was driving to the hospital to meet his wife, because his wife was, giving birth. And then, of course, the passenger shows up. Ruins that a little bit. But, it's kind of similar a little bit to King David from old Bible story in the Old Testament, where King David's king of Israel, right? And he has everything he wants, but there's this woman he really wants, and she's married, and so he's trying to get his way around to, like, make it seem like, oh, well, she's pregnant now, so, make it look like it's normal, and it's that guy, right? Brings the guy home because the guy's in war right now, but the guy's like, I can't, be with her, I need to be with my guys, I need to be with the boys, and so David's like, oh, well, I guess I gotta put you on the front lines, and he has him effectively killed. And then David marries her, and that child ends up dying in childbirth, which is like that's what you kind of get kind of thing, right? But then, like, they have a couple of children after that. It was kind of similar to that. I thought that was interesting. I'd say it's a bit different, where David's trying to, like, you know, redeem himself in this life. The driver in this story is trying to restart his life, trying to start anew somewhere else. This time in, I guess, Las Vegas. But yeah, I really liked this movie. I thought it was pretty good. I love Nicolas Cage. And dude, how can you not love Nicolas Cage? Like, if you love him in one movie, you love him in all of his movies. And like, so I remember I wanted to watch this when it came out in the theaters, but I just wasn't able to. Then I saw it was like in Walmart. I was like, oh, I gotta get it. And I haven't watched it yet, but I watched it this past week because I'm reviewing it. I'm like, this was a good movie to watch. On the special features for this release, this is the RLJE release. There's nothing much. It's just 4 interviews. One with Nicolas Cage, one with Joel Kinnaman, and then one with the director and producer. Or one of the producers, because I guess Nicolas Cage technically produces this movie. I don't know how much, but he did, so they're like, oh, gotta produce the movie now, right? Well, anyway, I guess that's gonna be it. I'm Sam. I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags. I did Sympathy for the Devil, and I thought it was pretty good. You should check it out sometime. Of course, it's Nicolas Cage, so, you know, check it out, right? I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.